Hello, hello. Just getting started here. Happy Wednesday if you're starting to join. Man, it just seems like sometimes there's never enough time in the day, right? Hopefully you're having a great. Hey, Julie. How you doing today? It's hump day, so we made it. We're halfway. And Peggy, hello. I love it. You guys are punctual. I'm just grabbing one more thing here. Oh, I have been doing some rearranging in my room. And I was actually looking for my embossing gun where I thought it was. And it was actually in the marked container that said embossing gun. So go figure there. Okay. So as you see in the picture, Brenda, 2 weeks in a row. I'm just shared. Great. Yeah. Yes, I'm doing good, Julie. I at least don't think it's Thursday again. So I got my days right. Okay. Cool. And it's so nice outside. We got to meet we've been here for a couple years, and sometimes, you just get in a grind where you do your walk. And tonight we met some neighbors that I know we've walked into, but we actually stopped and talked. So it's kind of fun. And you'd be surprised. Everyone wants to meet Frank, right? So Frank's got a couple of friends that he greets on the walks, and we actually met the parents tonight. So yes, it feels like fall. I love it. It was heavenly to be outside. So we were outside a little bit longer. So that's why we're just running just a hair late. But look at fall. And I know sometimes we don't want to let go of summer, but oh my goodness, I am a fall fanatic. So tonight we're going to talk about some trees, and I'm going to bring out some stamp sets in a minute because I'm going to have questions for you. And then, as promised in the preview, I am going to be giving away a stamp set that you can't buy yet. So you got to hang on till the end so you can see how you can earn it. But yes, so tonight we're going to talk about shimmer, this glimmer. So some of you that have been around for a while have probably remembered this. We had it a couple years ago. Hang on here. I can't show you, right? Remember, I can't show you in the catalog, but hang on just a second. I want to see what they're truly going to call it, because I think it is called shimmer paint, but bear with me here. I got to find it. Are you guys loving the new catalog? Everyone got their copy yet? Or maybe I should ask what is your first thing that you got to have out of here? Let's see if it matches up with what I got. Okay, honestly, I got way too much, okay? So I hope you're ready to do this every week because I have way, way too many projects to show you. Yes, we're going to call it shimmer paint. So in the new catalog that's coming, we're going to get 4 different colors of this. So we've got frosted white. We're going to have bright copper. We're going to have champagne mist, but we're also going to have gold. I didn't get the gold yet it's just a personal preference, but the gold is very, very yellow. So for what I'm going to show you tonight, what I use with this, I prefer using these. And this one was actually a little bit outside of my comfort zone because it is really dark. But as you see with some of the tricks I'm going to show you tonight, there are things that you can tone this down with, okay? If you want to tone it down. So tonight I'm going to show you how I did this background. Let me get this up here. See how it's got a little bit of shimmer to it? And also these dots. So I used vanilla cardstock on here. I'm going to show you how I got those dots, how you can make your own. And I have a question for you guys too. So I got this done and I did some embossing in copper. But I have a question for you guys. Do you like that one better, or do you like it with yellow better? I'm kind of torn. I might even try to go with that, but I love that you can go. So if you want to change it, all I have to do is put one over there and you never know that I did that. But I was wondering what you guys thought on that. Okay, so we'll get back to that one. So I'm going to show you some of the shimmer background, and then we're going to talk trees because, oh my goodness, do we have some tree stamp sets coming up. So first, we're going to talk about my all-time favorite, oldest stamps that we have, Lovely as a Tree. Oh my goodness, Marty too. Lots of people tonight. I will try to say hello as I see you. Okay? Okay. Let's talk Lovely as a Tree. This is our oldest stamp set, and I don't think I will ever tire from this stamp set. If Diane Lumberg is watching tonight, or Jessica, I can remember when I first started with Stamp It Up, we did a broken glass technique with this card. And I don't know, every time I see this tree, I think of when we did at your house. It's very cool. I might have to show that sometime because it is kind of cool. It's called Broken Glass, but it makes it look like you're looking through an old window and it's broken, but it's really cool. But this still will always be my favorite. If you do not have the stamps, that I highly encourage you. It makes good guy cards. It makes sympathy cards, Christmas cards. There's nothing that it can't do. But as time goes on, we want to get a modern piece on that. So we've got a couple more to talk about. So in the big catalog, this was one of the first stamps that I got out of the big catalog. And of course I went goofy-eyed because it's trees overload. So let's check it. So it's a double set. And if you don't know me, I always prefer wood. That's my personal preference. So I got this in wood, so it's heavy. But Rooted in Nature is a double set. So we have beautiful trees. And what I love most about our trees is they're very realistic. They look like they're a picture. So you get some leaves, and we're going to use the leaves tonight, but you get some evergreens, and this one actually comes in 2 stamps. So you get these 2 together and this one by itself, which is kind of fun because then you can build a little forest. But you get cute little leaves and a nice tree here too. And then in this, I think I would have bought this just for the words. You know me and words, but they're beautiful fonts, and I use these 2 a lot. So you got a good tree here too, another leaf, another leaf. The nice thing about this one too is it comes with framelits, a lot of framelits. So you can cut every image out of here, the tree images, just not the words, but it makes it so it's very versatile. So you can pop trees out, do some leaves, and this is also the first set that we've had where you can emboss. So if you see this, these 2 are for the same leaf. So if you want to cut the leaf out because you stamped it, you use this one. If you want to emboss it, you can use this one. So it'll cut and emboss with the same thing. And you'll be able to see on this card when I show you in a little bit what it does. So that's Rooted in Nature. This is the one that's in the big catalog. Okay. Now what's coming in the little catalog? Oh, you guys, beat still my heart. It is something completely different. I am loving these trees, and I did a sample with this tonight, and I'm going to save it to the end because it's my favorite card tonight. But you get a beautiful evergreen tree, and it stamps beautifully. Isn't that pretty? So it's got a matching framelit. I'm going to show you the framelits in a minute. But we also get this nice evergreen. So if you want to do nice wreaths, it comes, and I'll show you with the framelits. They gave us extra framelits for this and that, so you can cut multiples at once, which is kind of cool. So this one is coming up. This is something that you're going to be able to buy September 5th. And look at this one. So this one's a little different because we're going to get more images on here than we have for stamps, which I love because look at these. Can you imagine? So we can cut these out of vellum. We can cut these out of the wood paper so you can get the wood texture on them. But look at, they give us 2. So if we're making a little forest and we're going to stack them up, we can do that as well. We also get this nice little kind of a leafy embellishment they've got, so it cuts out, you get nice texture. But this is where I was talking about where if you want to do multiples of that little just a piece of, God, why is that swag, whatever, in Mama's having trouble. Oh, Delane, you can help her. I love it. Family dramas. Hang in there, you'll get there. So these are 3 of the same ones that match this. So you can cut 3 at the same time. And then the pine cone, you get 2 of those. But if you look here, you can also cut, and this one, I can feel it, but you can see it. This is going to cut so you got texture on your tree, so you're going to have depth pieces on the tree when you cut it out. So you get a lot in this set. It's really cool, okay? So those are the tree sets that I'm going to show you that I did samples on tonight. But what I want to primarily show you is how you can really maximize that shimmer paint. So I'm going to grab some supplies here. So of course, remember our handy dandy punch mat. We're going to use this today, and actually I'm going to move this down here because I'm going to put my project on that. And then I'm going to put this off to the side. I'm going to kind of get it on here so I know it gets in the camera here so you can see. So when I use the shimmer paint, I prefer to use the ultra thick cardstock, and it's just because it's just a little bit runny and you want to have a good surface when you work this. So I'm going to start with white, and then I'm going to take, we have these handy tools in the catalog. They're just kind of like spatulas, but I like it for this purpose. Okay, so when I'm making my background, we're going to start with this piece. Okay, so I'm going to put some copper, and it's got, you can hear it in here. It's got a little ball, and you just want to shake it up a little bit so you get all the glitter around. And I'm going to put some on my rubber mat. These 2 you should always have in your arsenal. This rubber mat is awesome. And I'm going to use it as my canvas. Okay, so I'm going to put a little there. And then I've been mixing the champagne, and I'll show you why, because it kind of dilutes the copper just a little bit. But I'm going to keep them separate for now so I can grab it when I want it. And a little bit goes a long way. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just pick it up a little bit with my tool, and see you got a little bit there. And I'm going to come and just add it to the paper. Super duper easy. No rhyme or reason to it. I like it because I just want to get some texture pieces here. Now, to make this so it's not as dark, I'm going to take some of the champagne, I'm going to go right over it. And what it does is it leaves a really nice glimmer, because you'll see there's a little bit more of the glitter in the champagne. Okay. And I'm going to let it dry. It is so cool. It makes awesome backgrounds. Now, if I wanted to get really crazy with this one, which I'm going to, because you know I like to get a little crazy, I'm going to take some more of this and some more copper, and I'm going to do the whole thing because you're going to see another project that I'm going to show you why this is so cool. Okay, so you can make your own backgrounds. And I really do. I like to play with it. It dries surprisingly quick. And it looks different every time. Okay, now if you really want to get crazy, let's add a little bit of the frost white. Okay. Oh, you guys haven't even seen the best part. Wait till you see the samples that are coming up. But it's so fun because you can just get really creative with it. Okay. Now, as you see, I'm kind of leaving, I'm going to see here. See how I've got really big globs of paint? Now that one it's going to take a little bit for those to dry, but I like it because you can actually feel the texture on it. Okay. Very easy to do. So that's the copper. You want to see what finished products look like because they're pretty cool. Let me move this so I don't wreck them. Okay. So here is another one that I did ready. So this one, I did what I just showed you, but when I was done and it was dried, I ran it through the new embossing folder that looks like a tin ceiling. So, and I like kind of leaving it not perfect because this technique is something that you definitely don't want to be perfect with. It gives it more character, I think. But I love this. Look at just adding a little bit of leaves. And remember I was telling you about that new stamp set. This is where, hopefully you can see, I'm going to get it right up here. See that texture? So I can feel what you can see. So you can get texture and cut at the same time. And then these two over here, I just did regular stamping. Okay. All right, I have another piece. Look at this one. So when it was dry, look at what it looks like. It's almost like a hologram. So this one I did the same colors that I just showed you. I haven't made this in anything yet because sometimes I get caught up in the paper. Isn't that pretty? It's so much fun. Okay, so you ready for the last one? Because this one's my favorite. Let's see. Love the not perfect fits me well. Oh, Marty, you just crack me up. Okay, so Marty, I know you're signed up for the Christmas class, so I'm sorry if you like surprises because I'm going to show you. This is actually one that we will be doing at our Christmas card class that's coming up. You ready? It's my favorite. Isn't it pretty? So this one I only did with the shimmer and the frost. So if you look here, it looks like snow. Isn't it pretty? I'm going to get it up here so you guys can see. But all I did, and to me, it's one of those ones where you look at it, you're like, oh my goodness, it took forever. It's so easy, you guys. So I did the frost and the champagne, and in the same technique that I just showed you, let it dry, stamped that new stamp twice, red ribbon, embossed this, and this is cute. This is going to be out of a holiday punch box that you can get, embossed it in copper, and then that's it. Isn't it pretty? This is one when I got done. Oh, hey, Kristen, I see you got on there. Oh, Diane, yes, you are. So Diane, I was talking to you. You have to catch the replay. But did you ever get done with a project and you're like, oh my goodness, it's so pretty. This was one I hope you can see it through the camera because it is drop dead gorgeous. So, and it's just one of those techniques that's really easy to do, and it's easy to mass produce because you can do the background. And then this is just using black Versamark. Okay. So that's one way. So the topical is to do the shimmer that way. But if we go back to the original sample that I had today, this is another thing that I use with the shimmer paint. So if you see, hopefully those little dots are moving around on the camera for you. So see where I've got these kind of sprinkles. So if you come to my classes, you'll know sometimes we make boo-boos and we're like, how do I cover it up? And I always come and find this. And they're like, what is that? So what I do, and this is before they brought it back. So I was using this in class teaching you when you couldn't buy it, sorry. But I take the aqua pens, and I'm going to take a blank one here. So typically we just put water in these. But when I make these, I will fill it about this much full of rubbing alcohol up to my finger, a little bit of water, and then I do about 4 or 5 drops of that shimmer paint that I just showed you. So you put it in there. Sometimes you can add ink. With the copper one, I don't think you need to because it's pretty on its own. But when you do that, you shake it. It's going to, let me show you here. So you're going to shake it, okay? And so like, let's say I had ink on my finger, hit something, and you're like, God, I don't want to ruin the whole card. I come to this a lot, and all I do is I'm hitting my finger, and what happens is you get that nice, I'm going to shake this a little bit more. You get these nice dots. To me, it looks like it's snowing, right? And it takes away from some of those imperfections that we get on our cards and we don't want people to see. And it just, to me, it enhances the boo-boos. Ready? So see, it looks like snow. So if you did this in the champagne color, of course, it would be really pretty. But when you use the alcohol, it makes it dry much quicker, so you're not getting bubbles on your paper. Because if it was straight up water, you kind of get those pools in your paper. But this, and you know, when you're done with this, if I'm done with copper and I want to switch, all I have to do is take this to the sink, wash it out, comes right out of the brush, and I can switch it to another color. So it's a really cool technique. I usually have this at class with the shimmer frost, or the frost white, sorry, this one, because it's almost like the Wink of Stella, but you can concentrate it in the, you know, you can make it in the pen and it goes further, and you can get those really nice glitter trails. Okay, I want to show you what I did with that pen. So here is another piece of cardstock. I was just playing with that copper. I loved it. So what I did was, this was just a piece of the Merlot paper. And I took this pen, shake it, went like this, put it through the Big Shot to get some texture, and look at that. Isn't that pretty? And that's literally taking this pen and doing that. Let it dry. Patience is the worst part, because you got to wait and see what it looks like. But again, another background piece of paper that you can't buy, and it's going to look different every time. Okay? Are you loving the shimmer paint? I think I told my team this, that when it was in the catalog, I literally giggled because when we sold it before, I bought like 3 bottles of it because I didn't want to let it go. But things like this, I'm going to bring this back for a second, because I even thought of, I'm going to show you this sample. So take this note card. So there's not much to it. Sometimes simple is just as good as getting way out of hand with embellishments and whatnot. But I love this because that tree is so beautiful on its own. And then I took the stamp and just cut it out. So very simple note card. But one thing that you could do to step it up. So here's my matching envelope. I thought about this on the way home from work today, because I'm like, what else could we do to step things up? How about doing a shimmer? So this one though, hang on, because I don't want to muck up the envelope here. Just a minute. So you take your trusty old Post-it notes, and I'm going to put it right up here to the edge. Bear with me here. God, Frank is really tired tonight. He's sleeping behind me. You haven't even heard anyone. He's back there, I promise. Okay, let's get crazy with this. So let's do a little bit. I'm going to put it right over here on the side, because I made a mess on my other one. And I think I saw a question there. Hang on here. Sometimes I can't answer the questions, guys, because I get so into what I'm doing. I think I saw something from Julie. What did you use to stamp the trees? Yes, Stays On Black. And you could use Memento, but sometimes when I want to make sure that I get it right, that black Stays On is beautiful. Okay? So what if we took and did our envelope? Because you know you've seen these in the stores where they charge $7 a card, that custom card, right? Because we never buy those, right? Ever. Especially you, Marty. You would never buy store-bought cards, do you? Ever. You know I'm giving you grief. I got your card yesterday. Thank you. I will get you registered when I'm done with class. But look at that. So you can get, oh, shame on me. I got it off there. But you get what I'm going at. So once this dries, you have this custom envelope with a little bit of shimmer on there. So you take that simple note card, jazz it up with the envelope, right? So cool. I hope you guys are loving the shimmer paint. And I have a treat, because you know me and trees. So anyone that purchases, so first the hostess code, this one's still going. And bonus days are still going right now. But my treat to you is anyone that buys any of the tree sets I showed tonight. Granted, I know you can't buy this one yet, right? Because this one's coming September 1st. But or September 5th, if you buy Rooted in Nature or Lovely as a Tree, I'm going to throw in a bottle of shimmer paint if you use this hostess code. So, and yes, get it before you can buy it, right? Okay, so you guys want to see what I'm giving away tonight? Because I did promise. So who loves Halloween? Anyone Halloween lovers out there? We'll see if we get some likes on there. Hopefully. How about kitties and puppies? I bet we'll get likes there. So, I'm going to give away this cutie. Look at here. This is one that's coming in the holiday catalog. Isn't it cute? I love this because I think it's Frank, except Frank doesn't have a spotted eye. But you get the drift. This one would be cute to color with pencils or the blends. But I love this because to me it goes past Halloween. You could use this for like a 21st birthday, something kid birthday, party animal, a kitty that's not sick if you cut the spider off his tail. But cute, you get where I'm going with this. How do we order from you? Lisa, I'm going to put a link tonight and you can see. Yes, I will have the link when I'm done. Diane, yes. Oh, look at all the animal lovers. I love it. And Halloween, Julie loves Halloween. But to get this, so get in qualified. So here's what I'm going to have you do. So when we're done tonight, if you share this post, I'm going to put you in the drawing, right? If you tag a tree lover, so anyone that loves trees, whether it's stamping, whether it's just trees, if you tag a tree lover, you're going to get an entry to win the stamp set. And then also, I want to know what your favorite project was tonight, or either what your favorite stamp set was. So I'll let you tell me any kind of favorite that you saw tonight, okay? And again, this is a stamp set you cannot purchase until September 5th, but I'm going to give it to you on September 3rd. So I will do a drawing, but this is how you can win it. And hopefully we got an animal Halloween lover. Wouldn't that be awesome? Isn't it cute? It's just cute. Okay. So thank you for joining tonight. Again, make sure you join me every Wednesday evening at 8 o'clock. And I have so much to show you next week. Guess what? We're starting all brand new projects out of, I can show you the cover, but you can't get into it, right? This is full of so much fun, so much joy, and we're going to start digging into it next Wednesday. How do you tag? Julie, you should be able to, if you comment on here, you should be able to tag one of your friends. Just put their name, type their name, and it should tag them. It'll come up dark for their name. Okay? All right, yes. September 5th. If you do not have one of these, please let me know. I still can send these out. I get them out in the mail right away. But that's all for now. And if you have any questions, let me know. And have a wonderful rest of your evening. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.